Okay, Cynthia, it looks like you're having some problems with your code snippets. And also, you don't have two separate files for your Canvas HTML5 and for your ActionScript 3. So I'm trying to, for this, since y'all are all brand new to Animate CC, I want you to have two separate files. You can come in and start an ActionScript 3 and then change it over to Canvas, but you've still got to go in and rework the code snippets. So it's confusing to do that, and what I'm going to just get you to do is just have two separate files. I think that's going to be the easiest thing for y'all to do as you're just learning this software. Okay, so right now you've got an ActionScript 5, but I'm not sure if your code snippets are ActionScript. So I'm going to go into Actions and we're going to work this out. And keep in mind for Module 5, I'm kind of confused because you have special accommodations, but for your next final project, you're going to need to have a Canvas HTML5 file and an ActionScript 3 file. That might be on this rubric as well. It's not in front of me, so anyway, you'll get comments on that when I'm grading. But right now, I wanted to show you how to do this. So let's go to the what's going on to actually get into Animate CC. That's what I'm trying to say. I got tongue-tied. So I'm going to go into, let's see, first I'm going to go Control. I'm going to test movie and let you see what I'm seeing. I'm going to do it in Animate because that is basically, I think you're trying to work in ActionScript 3. And as you can see, like you said, it's just looping. It's a cool sound you've got going on, but you've got this continuous looping and nothing stopping. So what we're going to do is get that out of the way and turn it off. Let's go into Actions, Window, and I'm going to Actions. And as you can see here, all of these are grayed out. It should be all of your ActionScript so far, it's all grayed out. So I'm wondering if this is actually HTML5 snippets. I noticed when you published your HTML5 that it was still, they needed a Flash player. So you can publish as HTML5, or not, I'm sorry, not HTML5 Canvas, but you can publish an ActionScript 3 document as HTML. The problem is that you're going to have a Flash player, and that's what we're trying to get away. So now you have some code here that work. That's the only one that's showing up. As you can see, they're all grayed out. So let's start at 1, and I'm going to go ahead and erase all this stuff. And I'm going to get my code snippets. Since this is an HTML5, you don't really have a Canvas yet. So you don't have this yet. Let's go ahead and start an ActionScript 3. And I'm going to come down and we're just going to get into timeline navigation. And I want you to stop at this frame. That's the first thing we're going to do, is to stop at this frame. Let's see, is it there? Let's double click it. Bam, bam. And it should be there. Where is it? Bam, bam. There. Now I have, you see, this is a note. That's what you had before. When it's grayed out like that, it's just a note. So that if you sent this to, if you're working with another designer, they could see what was going on. It's also a note for you, so you understand what this code right here does. So basically what we're going to do right now is we're going to stop it on this first frame. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to go click save. And then I'm going to go into, let's test the movie. And I'm going to go Window, I'm going to go to Control, Test Movie. We're going to do this, and we're going to do it in Animate because you started this. This is an ActionScript 3. If we're doing a Canvas, HTML5 Canvas, and those code snippets, we would do it in the browser. So right now, I'm going to do it in Animate. I'll show you what it looks like when you... So now, as you can see, wait a minute, close, close. As you can see, it is not looping around. Look, Professor Jolie Corbin, that is really nice. So one of the things you may, once you get your code together, you might want to come in and rework these fonts. One of the things that, and this, you're not the only student that's having this problem. If you're using fonts that you like downloaded or something, they may have a problem showing up. Right now, my advice, like showing up in your publication, my advice is to use the fonts that are that are already in Animate CC. And we'll get into fonts a little bit later, but that's one of the reasons why you're having all this weird bleed over and all this stuff. Your buttons don't work yet because you haven't really programmed the buttons, and that's due to, as you saw up here when we get into actions, your actions, none of your actions is really activated yet. Like any of your action script, it's all grayed out right now. So my suggestion is to go in here, erase it, and start over. And what you need to do for this file is be sure to go and use ActionScript 3, not Canvas, not WebGL. Okay, make sure you're using ActionScript. All right, then what I want you to do is I want you to save this. Once you get all your ActionScript in with code snippets, I want you to use code snippets. I don't want you to write this out by hand, okay? I want you to use code snippets. Then after you've written all this out, or you use your code snippets, and remember, you're going to put all of your code on this top line. Now, as I can see right now, it looks like you've got a tween up here on your actions. So that's going to really that's going to really mess you up. You need to get that tween off up here, and only actions, only your coding goes on that layer right there. Okay. So make sure that you clean that up too. But anyway, after you kind of get this together, or you could do it in the start. Basically, all you need to do is go File, Save As, and save this again. So all your graphics and your tweens and everything will be saved. But what you're going to do is you're going to save it and give it another name. And I would say Canvas HTML5. That's all you got to do. And then on this file, you could, or you call it whatever you want, that, you know, whatever keeps you up with. But then on this file, come in and you would change your code snippets to, you would go, just come in and erase it, and then go into code snippets. And then the second time around, you would use these code snippets. And you'll see timeline navigation. It's basically the same thing. Stop at this frame, which is what you want to do on your first frame. And there it is. See, it's a little bit different than ActionScript 3 because it says this stop, this dot stop. So anyway, that's what you can do. That's how to get it to stop looping at the very beginning. Okay? But that's the problem, I think, that you're having right now, is that your code's not showing up. You need to use your code snippets and make sure on your ActionScript 3 file you're using ActionScript 3 code snippets. Copy it and change the name of it. Copy it, save as something else, give it another name, and then erase your code snippets, all your actions, and then make use ActionScript use HTML5 Canvas code snippets for the second one, and that's how you're going to get it together. Remember, again, all your actions, all your code snippets need to be on the same layer. No tweens or graphics or anything like that, so be really careful. You've got some really cool stuff. You got a really neat sound. Your graphics look neat, but it was kind of hard because it was like to see it because it was doing that loop. So all you got to do is put that stop down on each time the page is supposed to change. Make sure it says stop, and that's how you do it. And then you program your buttons, and you know you have the thing on to how to do that. Okay. But other than that, looks like you're on the right track. You just got to get your code in and make it live. Okay.